Hey guys, this is a follow-up video to my last video of Transformers versus Warcraft. Or Warcraft versus Transformers. It was one of the two. But I put a part 1 and this is my part 2 because I think I left out some of the more important facts, such as why the Transformers would not be able to get through the Burning Legion, and why they wouldn't stand a chance against the Void, and why Azeroth would be able to kick their butts. I'm going to explain some of those. The reason why I don't think the Transformers have even a remotely small chance of going up against the Burning Legion and winning is because, one, their numbers are practically unlimited, which basically just means they never end. If you know what the definition means, then you kind of understand, even just a little bit. The reason and how they do this is because every time they go into a different world, that's not really them going in. It's just an avatar. That's one of the most important things about, or that's one of the most powerful things about World of Warcraft. It's the Burning Legion never has any real demons on Azeroth, and it's because it's always some kind of avatar of some sort. The reason why is because, well, they just can't go there. They can't physically go there unless it's some kind of pit lord of some sort, and he's powerful enough, like Magtheridon. But he never went on Earth or Azeroth, and that really wouldn't help his chances of winning. But Transformers also wouldn't be able to really stand up against the military of the, well, it's only military, the military of the Burning Legion, because simply they are very powerful. They have magic that they can use. And when I say magic, I don't mean just like throw a black hole in the very center of the army and just like kill everyone. No, I mean they have this power coming from fell magic. Fell magic is very dangerous, and it can corrupt people. Even there has been planets which have been corrupted by fell magic simply because it was that dangerous. And these demons feed off of that, and they live because of it. Now, the Transformers wouldn't be able to control fell magic. No one can. Like, literally no one can control the fell magic. But the thing is, there is a chance you will lose your brain, like lose your mind, if you even like come close to the fell magic. It's very, very dangerous. And that's why people like Gul'dan have been shunned from any orc inhabitants, because he works with fell magic, and fell magic is extremely deadly. It's the most powerful type of magic in World of Warcraft. Fell magic is stronger than arcane, light, even undead. That's just simple, and it's really hard to go up against someone who uses fell magic, because it's really dangerous and it can corrupt people. It doesn't even really, you don't even really need to be within a certain area to make fell magic. What was it? Fell magic to corrupt you. One of the easiest ways to get corrupted is simply by using it, or being in an area filled with it. Beasts, like wild beasts, such as the, what were they called? The fur fur bogs or full bargs have been corrupted by fell magic, and they were driven mad after the second invasion of the Burning Legion. The Burning Legion also has what are they called? The Doom Guards. They are about the same height as regular Transformers. So about 20 feet or so, or 20 or 40 feet. But the Infernos are the things that really, really mess you up. Infernos are like the brutes in the Burning Legion. You will not be able to one-on-one them so easily. They are very brute-like. So, they are made out of rocks and fell magic. And they look like rock golems with fire on them. They look like they drank too much oil and accidentally light themselves on fire. And this flame is also, you can't really get too close to it, otherwise you will burn as well. Obviously, it's fire. The reason why they get this fire is because they come out of the atmosphere whenever they become Infernos again. Infernos are the brutes. They're very, very deadly and very, very powerful. And I highly doubt someone like, Bumblebee would be able to one-on-one them. Also, another reason why I highly doubt that the Autobots would be able, or not just Autobots, but any of the Transformers would be able to one-on-one the Void, which is a really pathetic thing to even say, in my opinion. The Void has the old gods and it has the faceless ones, which is the most powerful, well, not most powerful, but very, very powerful beings within the actual army of them. Now, also another thing, like that's my reasons. The Autobots, Transformers, not Autobots, dang it, wouldn't be able to really one-on-one the old gods and the faceless ones because the size and the power. Sure, they may be more or less, they have limits to where they can go, but the thing is, it's not the limit, it's not the power, it's the numbers that I'm really looking at in this battle. This battle, I highly doubt that Transformers would even be able to remotely beat the old gods or anything like that. Just simply because of the numbers. It literally can go to unlimited. The Titan Forge, which successfully beat the faceless ones, had to use a power from a Titan in order to successfully win. A Titan had to give his power, I think it was like 25% or so, to like about 100 or so men in order to beat the faceless ones, or not the faceless ones, but it was one of the old god's minions. No, in order to kill the old god, they had to get through the army. And that was how they did it. And they were successful. They imprisoned him because they couldn't be able to, they didn't risk killing the old god because it was staining the world with just really just a bunch of decay. The world would literally, if all of the old gods were killed and the planet was not destroyed, the planet would be uninhabitable for anything. Even the Burning Legion wouldn't be able to 100% live there, because it's literally such a corruption within the old gods' power in order to corrupt everything. I hate the Griffin. I don't know how many times I can say it, but I will say it until I stop using him. The reason why I use him is only because I like his damage, and that's it. I don't think I say it enough, but whatever. Though that is another reason why Transformers would lose. And let's talk about let's stop talking about the old gods, and let's stop talking about the Burning Legion and all this Void Lord. Let's talk about the actual battle that would happen. The Night Elves, the Undead, Orcs and humans versus Transformers. If the Night Elves had the Naga, or not the Night Elves, but if the humans had the reinforcements of the Naga, and if they were all working together with the Naga as well, there would be the chances of just plowing right through the army would be impossible, because you have Queen Ajara, you have Thrall, you have Blade Masters, you also have Taurens that are very powerful. You also have creatures such as... Oh, you also have the beasts of the wilderness, such as the centaurs, the... What were they called? The winged ladies with really screwed up tensions. They want to kill all of the... they want to kill everyone, basically. I forgot what they were called. You also have the kobolds, which wouldn't really do too much besides dismantle dead robots, but whatever. You also have chaos orcs. Also, if Warcraft united, which would not happen, but if they did unite versus Transformers, there would be absolutely no chance for the Transformers to even survive. You know, the Primes, yeah, they'll get their ass handed to them. And then you also have things like gods. Or not gods, but you have beings with divine armor. Plasma won't work. Rockets won't work versus them. People like Cenarius, if he was still alive, he would absolutely destroy Transformers. Not necessarily by himself, but he can go one-on-one, even though he is technically smaller, but he is far more durable. You also have people like the Pit Lords, which would just... Transformers would not be able to really handle a Pit Lord very easily. Because Pit Lords are about 15 feet tall, they can summon more units to do their biddings, and they can absolutely just wreck. They also have Chaos, which... I know I said that no one can control Chaos. And it's true, no one can. At least not at full power. Every time you use Fell Magic, you literally die. You are dying faster than you can heal. Fell Magic is something that no one can really control. However, in the game, demons can control it, unfortunately, which is very bad. But look no further than Gul'dan. He was shunned by everyone for using it. And now, since he's one of the second most powerful wizards of all time, or warlock I should say, he is now feared amongst everyone. The Void Lords, they simply are power. There's nothing in the whole universe or in the whole franchise that would be able to stop the Void Lords if they really wanted to attack. You can defeat them, but you can't kill them. There's literally no killing them. You can't kill darkness. And then you also have the scary idea of the Avatar. The avatars, they can make themselves avatars and completely destroy planets. However, they don't do this because it wouldn't be fair, simply because of the lore. LOL. And let's just put it into a hypothetical scenario. Let's say Azeroth did wake up and everyone is on one side. Humans, orcs, demons, void, rock, beast, or just beasts, as most people call it, and the Naga. Let's say they all combine their power, and Azeroth wakes up. The Titan. And she becomes, or she or he, I'm not too sure, but it becomes a Dark Titan. What do you think would happen to every Transformer? Unicron is screwed. Even by Sargeras, he would be toast. He would be a giant piece of toast. No, he would be a giant target for Sargeras just to cut open. And just to release every single piece of power into Unicron and destroy him. Unicron would not be able to fight off Sargeras. And then you have Cybertron. If the Burning Legion gets any portals on Cybertron, because of the immense power that Cybertron has, there would be absolute chaos. Cybertron would not be, or the people, or the Transformers on Cybertron would not be able to stand up against the Burning Legion because just the power that Cybertron has, the Burning Legion would use that power for themselves to get them on and completely wipe them all out. And that's not it. If Gul'dan gets on it, and there's already a horde of demons on the planet and fighting with the Transformers, Gul'dan can easily put more portals up or just summon more units. He can literally send entire asteroids into the planet and wake them up into infernos. He'll probably be a gentleman and make it even worse. He'll probably make it hell infernos, which are basically much bigger. They're about the size of, Devastator? Imagine him standing up on both legs. Yeah, that's basically how big they are. And he can summon, and he literally can just transform them into him. That's how powerful Gul'dan is, but he's shunned by everyone of how powerful he is. The only person I know who is more powerful than Gul'dan is Queen Azara, which took a hit from one of the most powerful pit lords in the entire franchise like it was nothing. So she would be able to rival not Sargeras, but Archimonde and Kil'jaeden's power. She would rival theirs. And they themselves can just absolutely rip apart hundreds of Transformers. this is the reason why I made the video. I mean, you can say that the Lightbringers, the Lightbringer, some of the other artifacts can't kill the Transformers, but these are divine powers that they have. They can literally put the sun's ray onto Transformers and literally make all of their body rust in a matter of seconds. They can literally put all of the heat from the sun into one ray and send it into one area and literally melt everyone in there. They can do that if they wanted to. This is my last video on Warcraft versus Transformers. I hope you guys enjoyed. Peace.